Ladies and gentlemen, my friend in the building, the one and only Dane. What's up, Dane?
Yo, what's up, Bobby? How you doing? Good stuff. Yeah. I definitely felt like I was back in the days with no cable, boy. I was over here like, yeah, that Brooklyn shit. Yeah,
no
baby.
doubt. And we love you, man. How have you been, fam?
I'm blessed and grateful, man. Busy working on a lot of these films, man. You know, I've been on the creative side a lot, writing, screenwriting, and creating films, and now I've been on the more of the business side because I taught myself how to be a line producer. You know, getting the budget together and making sure it's organized, scheduled, permits, and all that type of stuff. So, you know, I've been working on like 3 films at one time right now, helping them navigate, and it's been crazy, but it's been mad fun. You know what I mean? Just getting it done.
You know, you're a guy who's been in the music entertainment field for years, man. You put it in. We talking about successful records, from your album to your hit song Nightmares to even Deaf Beat, just a lot of joints that back then you and your partner Clark Kent, because you know that was y'all back in the days.
Yes, sir.
And did back then when you were doing hip hop, because I want to go forward before I go backwards. Did back then you foresee yourself putting yourself in the film work?
Nah, I wasn't even thinking about films, man. I don't know why, but I never thought, even as much as I love films and watching them, I never even thought about being an actor. I never thought about doing it in films. Even when I did the videos, I wasn't even thinking nothing about it. And I saw people navigating the film industry, and even a story. I was in 1989 when they was filming House Party.
Mm-hmm.
I was supposed to be working on my album with Herbie Lovebug, so he was out in LA. So I came out to the Oakwood Apartments out in California. You know those apartments where you stay at?
Yeah.
I know you stayed there before. yeah. So I'm staying there.
Stevie Wonder owned. I think Stevie Wonder owns one of them hotels or apartments, I think.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, I think so. I believe so. Someone told us that when we was out there. But go ahead, man.
Yeah, so they shooting up. So I'm out there working on the album, but every day they're going to the set to shoot House Party, and I had no desire to even go on the set. You know what I mean? None of that stuff. You know, and I wasn't invited either. But still, in all, I still ain't have no desire to go. I never even thought about going. And then fast forward to 2006. And I was rapping, and I'm like, man, I've done a lot in rap, but I feel like I'm stagnated. What am I supposed to be doing, man? It's got to be more than this, you know? Right. I mean, don't get me wrong, rap is dope, but I'm more talented than that. So that's when I started writing books. So I wrote me a book, and I wrote this joint called Dane and Dane's HIPHOP Tales. I never released it. It's in my cabinet, but I'm going to probably release it as an NFT or something. Who knows?
Maybe please do it. Now that you done mentioned it, man, now everybody's going to want to know about it. So
So I'll probably do that. But then I wrote a book called Numbers, and that was my first book that I authored, a novel with the help of Nikki Turner. Shout out to Nikki Turner. Always give her love. Yes. You know what I mean? One of the greatest authors out there for urban fiction. But so after I wrote that joint, I was like, nah, writing the book is way too tedious for me. You know what I mean? You got to write it. You got to write it over. It's like 7,000, 100,000 words. And I'm a good writer. I'm just not a prolific writer. Some cats can write, you know, they just spew it out. I can write. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not all that like that. So I decided to start writing scripts. So when I started writing scripts, and then I said, well, in order to write scripts, I gotta do some films, but I didn't want to act though. That was never my thing. So I said, I want to do everything behind the scenes. So I started teaching myself how to do everything behind the scenes, man. I was the gaffer, the gopher, the giffer, the whatever they got. I did it all, you know what I mean? So I was the boom mic, I was taping up stuff, I was, holding the camera. So it's like 2006, 2007, and I made this project. I produced this project with another partner of mine. It's called The Sty. And he directed it, and I got Chubb Rock, Kwame, Special Ed. I got Roxanne Shante, Scoob and Scrap, Big Daddy Kane. Who else I got in? Gina Thomas, Chuck Chill Out is in there, Positive K. They all came out and showed love for my first little DVD series called The Sty. Too bad it's on a DVD. I can't even get it digitized, so the quality of it is mad mad back in the day looking on DV camera, but I'm still releasing on YouTube. Let people check it out.
Can't you remaster it to digital today? I mean, they got things now that where you remaster films where, you know, because I'm sure when you shot it back then, you shot it on
no, I shot on DV camera, man. You know them little DV cameras. Yeah.
Hard to sketch that though, kind of.
Yeah. So they can't really do much about it, but it's there. We did that, but that was the the start of my passion for the actual film industry. But it wasn't from being in front of the camera. It was like I wanted to be in back of the camera. You know what I mean? So that's what I've been doing since 2007, really 2006. I've been working behind the scenes, learning the craft. Getting to a point where making my own film is the next step, funding and putting out my own film. I've been helping people with their productions and guiding it through and things of that sort, but I'm looking to the point where I can fund my own films and do my own thing. But I got 3 films in the mix right now. I got Honor Amongst Thieves. They can check that out on Tubi. You know what I mean?
On Tubi, starting to get all the films.
Oh yeah. They do a lot of urban films, and it's a place where independent filmmakers with modest budgets can make some money back from their product. Then also I got a film coming, the one that you showed the trailer for the last time I was here. So I appreciate that. Thank you for the love.
No doubt, man.
Called Sin. With Sin, I got Lou Gossett Jr., the Academy Award winning actor in that joint. So that's a blessing in itself. That's what to have a feature film at this point in my career with Lou Gossett Jr. is incredible, man. That's an incredible thing, man.
That's so dope. And it made me think, man, that when I saw the trailer, because actually you sent me like the full trailer, which is something that I wanted to show today. We wasn't able to get in time for people to get a body of the film. And I said, yo, Dane, I've been talking to Dane for years, and he finally got, well, not finally, you've been doing it, but like you now have a film that where you got, like, again, someone like Lou Gossett Jr. in it, and it's like, this is now putting you in the room with all coming up in the staircase with all those other big wigs, and you now cannot be ignored. Because everybody know in Hollywood, the film business is it's like it's driving on a rainy road, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's of course, what have you done lately? But you got to show and prove, man.
Exactly.
You got to show and prove what you can do. You can't just be out here telling people you can do something. They want to see you do it.
Exactly.
And I'm working on my 3rd film as well, called On the Run with Love, and we just signed Dave East on to.
Wow.
Dave East is the lead in that joint. So it's On the Run with Love. We're gonna be shooting that in January, and we got the team together. We got a young great director named Chuck Mosley out of Philadelphia, who's going to be directing the joint. Chuck Rock, we got Chuck Rock, who's going to be in the mix of this joint as well. I'll be playing a character. And
you are acting then, so you are going to be doing
something.
Yeah.
So look, I didn't start acting first. I started acting second. But you know what? I tell you what my spark was. Now it just, I don't know how I forgot this. My spark for movies came full circle for me, even though I like watching them. The Do movies was in 2001, right before the 9/11 towers. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I did a movie with Dougie Fresh and Slick Rick, and we were playing like the Get Fresh crew and the Kango crew from back in the days. It was called Brown Sugar. Y'all remember that movie? Brown Sugar, yeah. So look, Queen Latifah, Boris Kodjoe, Sanaa Lathan, Mos Def was in that joint. They starred in the joint. Oh, can't forget my man Tay Diggs. It was also in that joint. Yeah. So that when I did that movie, when I got on set that day in 2001, around that time, it sparked something like, yo, I'm creative. I can do this. Not only do I get to put my music in it, but I can write, I can produce, I can organize, I can be a creative, and it can be a team collaboration thing. All the stuff I like to do. You know what I mean? So film is giving me an avenue for me to be all the things that I want to be in one place. I'm a musician, I'm a writer, I'm a producer, I'm an organizer, I'm a firefighter, because you're always putting out fires.
Dane said, I'm just putting in the work, man. I got all the jobs. I got some for y'all, but right now I got all the jobs right now. And speaking of, you mentioned Brown Sugar, and you mentioned how it was you, Dougie, and Slick Rick. Let's go backwards a little bit real quick. Actually, you and Slick Rick started out together as, am I correct, as a duo group?
No, it was 5 of us, man. It was actually 5 of
Right,
us.
that's right. It was. That's right. It was
The
5.
Kango crew. It was the Kango
Exactly.
crew.
Right,
So
right.
it was Slick Rick, it was Lance Brown, Cool Out Ski, and Omega the Heartbreaker.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
two cats from the Bronx. That was Lance Brown and Slick Rick, and 3 brothers from Brooklyn. That was Cool Out Ski, Omega the Heartbreaker, Wilfred Hilton, that's his name, and myself.
Right.
So, yeah.
And you know what's crazy is that some people still debate that now, because I see some people, social media opens up a lot of things to people who probably wanted to say something, couldn't say it because there was no social media. And you have people saying that Dane stole Slick Rick's style. And I'm like, nah, y'all wasn't there, man. Like, and I guess because the tone is similar, but your styles are not similar.
Yeah, our styles are not really similar in that, because we've got a whole different take on how we see things. First and foremost, his is comedic with a little bit more grind. Mine's a comedic with a little bit more fun, though. You know what I mean? A little happy-go-lucky-ish more. But it was 5 of us, though, and I learned a lot from being from the Kango crew, because I wasn't the best rapper out of the group. I just wasn't, you know what I mean? And I wasn't even the one to flourish at first. When I got into the group, Rick was already rapping. I don't know if the other cats was rapping. By the time, well, they were, because they were writing the routines. I wasn't even writing the routines at the beginning. You know what I mean? Right. I was still learning. I was still mimicking the greats at that time. You know what I mean? I was still mimicking the Crash Crew and Treacherous 3 and the tapes. The Crush, the Cold Crush, and Fantastic 5 MCs, and I was doing that. I was doing that. The Furious. That was me. I was taking my name and putting it in that. I wasn't even writing a rhyme. So, but when I got with the Kango crew and I met Rick, and he started, and I heard him tell his story the first time. He could never remember the story. I always tell him the story. He said, I don't remember that day. So he was in class, and he was we had a substitute teacher, and when the substitute teacher's there, you start bugging out. So we in the back room, they start banging on the table. Not me. I'm just listening. You know what I mean? Just in the groove. I'm from Brooklyn, so that gets me in the mix, because I got a little swag. I got my Brooklyn swag in Music and Art High School on 125th in Harlem. So my Brooklyn swag is respected. So I'm sitting there listening, and he banging on the table, and he starts saying this rhyme. It almost sounds like Kenny Rogers. You got to know when to hold them, know when to fold. But it was a rap about playing poker, and how the cat tried to take his poker, and he did something to him. And I was like, damn, that shit's kind of dope. I said, I got a story raps. That's what it is, because it wasn't many people telling the story. It was like 80 at that time when I heard them, and the only other rap that was a story rap was the little part in the Rapper's Delight. You know what I mean? Well, that's not true. Everybody was doing story rap, but most of the story raps was Superman and Lois Lane. Yeah. People were doing story raps. So let me get that right. But with that said, they had the little part in Rapper's Delight, and then Super Rhymes came out with the Super Rhyme. Right. So when I heard Rick do that, I was like, yeah, because I love Super Rhyme, and I love that one part about the chicken. It tastes like wood, and the Rapper's Delight. So I was like, yeah, I got to get the story rap joint. So somehow or another, me and Rick, we bonded on gear. You know what I mean? Because we used to be fresh. So, we broke fresh, that is. You know what I mean? Broke fresh. Because we ain't had no money.
As long as you were styling.
So we were styling for what we had, what I mean? So that was our bond. And him being from the Bronx and me being from the Brooklyn, we became fast friends. And the rest is kind of just history. I just developed my style after a while amongst the group, of 5 of us. It was Rick was a rapper, Lance Brown was another good rapper, Wilfred Omega the Heartbreaker Wilfred, he was a good rapper. Cool Out Ski was a singer. He wasn't even a rapper, really. You know what I mean? And me, I just was in the group because I had the Brooklyn swag, and then I was learning rap. But I excelled fast, though. You know what I mean? I excelled fast before you know it, because the first rhyme I wrote was Nightmares. The second verse of Nightmares was the first verse I wrote. I wrote about 4 lines. I can't remember 2 or 4 lines. I came and I said, yo, Rick, check this out. I had a blonde date with this girl named Anita. The fee was the place I supposed to meet her. He said, what's up? I said, that's all I got. He said, I said, this shit's dope, right? He said, yeah, finish that. So every day I'm just walking around. I come back with 4 more lines next day. Yo, check this out. And that was how I wrote my first rhyme, you know, like 4 bars a day or something like that. You know?
And actually, when we heard that, that's the first of all, that was a great, still to this day, a great story song record, man. People, especially right about this time, Halloween, people, yeah, I know right now, Dane, I know you hearing it on radio or people playing it because it's Halloween. Yeah. You know, people, Halloween come, there's a Dane record in there, there's a Thriller record. It's like, you know, you're in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it dropped on October 12th too, and, you know, in 1985. So, you know, it's about that time, you know?
Yeah. So, I mean, that's a good feeling. And because I want to really talk real quick. Hold up. You got people, hold on for a second. People's asking questions right here. Hold on for a second. You got Nikki D saying, yes, Dane. You got I'm so Brooklyn. He said, hell yeah, please don't change up. Keep it just like it is. Fire is what he's saying to you. And Terry said, I never knew Slick Rick was from the Bronx.
Yeah. He's from the Bronx, by way of England, though.
Yeah, right.
Of course. Yeah, by way of England.
You had to say that. You had to make sure you get that right. By the way of England.
Yeah. Because he moved here when he was 11, though. You know what I mean? So
exactly. Yeah. So, but real quick, because I want to talk about this movie, Sin, which actually people will get to see pretty soon. Again, you already spoke about it. It's got Lou Gossett Jr. Tell us some of because you got big names beside Lou Gossett Jr.
Yeah.
Give us some of the heavyweights that's in this film, and tell us a little bit quickly about this film.
So, starring in the film is Sasha. It's the character named Sasha. Is Angel Love. Angel Love. She's been on Love and Hip Hop. She's doing a lot of big things in movies. She's an entrepreneur. She has real estate, and she's a phenomenal actress. I've been watching her on IG, and she's a beautiful lady. I've been watching her just come up, and when the opportunity came, I reached out to her and I was like, "Yo, I see you act. Would you be interested?" And she said, "Yeah." And I didn't know her, but she jumped in and did the joint. It was dope. And then next we got Bella Black. Bella Black is a rising star, man. Her music is everywhere now. She got a joint called Booty, and she got Sweet Cakes, I think is the name of her album out right now. And she got 101. Well, Angel Love got a million followers on Instagram, and then Bella Black has 1.4 million on TikTok. So, you know, they've been blowing up and doing their thing. And then, of course, Lou Gossett Jr. Then we got Sean Nelson from Fresh. Y'all remember Sean Nelson from Fresh. Come on, man. He's iconic in himself, man. As a young actor come up and you see his face and you just automatically go, oh, that's him from The Wood. Oh, that's him from, you know what I mean? And all the other, you know, great roles he's been in. I think he did another great job in this, you know, in this movie. And then we got my man, Marquand Smith, who's the creator of Godfather from Harlem. He's in the movie as well. We got the comedian, my man Rip Michaels. He's in The Place to Be. Comedian extraordinaire. He's in there. Johnny Blaze from Love and Hip Hop. She's in there as well. We got Shiggy, Instagram, social internet star as well, and Dane is in there too. That's how Dane is in there.
Dane is in there.
Yo, Bobby.
I said, Dane, you acting or what? He said, nah, I'm behind the scenes here. You moved up.
I moved up to the, you know, I'm getting one-liners though. You know what I mean? I'm just getting like one-liners just so I can see my face.
That's all right though, man. But give us what is this film about?
So Sin is about a substance-dependent single mother who is has to break away from a toxic relationship before it kills her. So basically, she just got in the mix with the wrong people, and now she finds herself in a world that is leading her down a path that is taking her farther away from her daughter. And if she doesn't get back on the right path, she may lose her daughter and her life.
Wow.
And it's about mental abuse and substance abuse and you know, just being present sometimes, you know.
Right.
So, yeah.
Oh, that's going to be a good film, particularly at this time now. A lot of people, since mental health is the big talk around the town now. It's like, I guess this is a film that people should see. And like I said, man, I know you as a writer. I'm sure, not even sure, we know that the one thing I always said about films, no matter how great a person shoot it, is how strong does the story stick. You know what I'm saying? Right. I know you, someone who makes a story stick pretty well. I know, real quick before I let you go, we came across each other's path because we were not just being friends from back in the days in hip hop, and we were putting out records back in the days, but we came across because we were both working with a friend of ours, young lady by the name of Frances Herrera, and her husband, he's an actor himself. He plays in a lot of film and stuff. A Spanish lady, and she was telling me, she was like, "Yo, you know Dane?" I'm like, "Yeah, I know Dane. Me and Dane go back." And she actually was able to form and put together a film, and she called me to be in the film. The film is called Fits of Love, along with me, Torres, which is now playing on Amazon, and y'all can see it on Prime and stuff. What I wanted to say about that is the fact that that's when I learned that you were in film, because I knew you, but I guess maybe that was something you just wasn't really talking about with a lot of people. You was putting it together.
I was still learning my lessons.
Exactly. She was like, "No, he's doing film," and we was talking about doing a film, and I was like, "What? Dane ain't doing no film. I saw Dane. He was on my show, and he didn't tell me." And that's when I learned, man. And actually, I'm gonna be honest with you right now, man. Straight, no jack. I'm very, very proud of you, man. That you,
thank you, bro.
You hung on to that, because we were just talking to somebody a while ago about the nonsense. I don't want to bring it up no more about, what Academic was talking about. He was talking about one specific person, so he wasn't talking about all the rappers. But just the idea to think about someone of the past is not able to continue success in the future, it was a horrible thing to hear. And I wanted to say, yo, man, I know a lot of my cats still doing things. Like my man from Soul Sonic Force did the TV thing with Ice-T for the car commercials. You know what I'm saying? It's like everybody is.
But I'm going to cut you off. The thing about that is the statement is it depends on who's taking the statement. See, success is different things, different people. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So my success is in before my success was looking fresh and having gear and the clothes. I used to be the freshest dressed. I don't care about that no more, man. That ain't my success no more.
Exactly.
Success is different. So people always think success means money, and that's not, and that's why, we're in a poor state of where we at. And I don't mean to get political, but, that's why we keep voting the wrong people into office, because we keep voting for money that we don't have no control of, instead of voting for our rights, which is more important, then you can do something better to get to your money. But I digress on that. I'm just saying, though, the part of it is success is different for different people. That's all.
Right, exactly. Let me find out Dane, he moving from film, getting ready to get into politics. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with getting into politics.
Hey, look, never too late. Look, like my shirt say, never too late to be great, baby. Never too late to be great.
We all get dirty. Listen, we share the tour bus with Public Enemy for a year, so we all know how to be dirty. Like we really know how to do it. And you're actually right. I mean, sometimes we laugh at an independent party, but maybe the independent party might be the one that might pull. I mean, I'm just saying, you don't have to get that deep. I'm just, just putting it out in the air. But off of that, just to say, man, that I'm very proud of the work that you're doing, particularly this movie, Sin Yacht. When it come out, we're gonna make sure we inform everybody when you can stream it and see, because Dane is gonna have to come back and let us know that.
Well, we're supposed to, but I think it's got pushed back since the last time I talked to you. They had some dates wrong with when the editor was going to get it back to us. So we thought it was 3 weeks. It was actually 3 months. So, but look, it's just as well, because I didn't want to rush. I'm about to go to Africa anyway in a couple, and I'll be out there going to Rwanda and Johannesburg and Kenya and Ghana and Seychelles and Rwanda and all types of stuff. So I'll be in Africa, and if I think I'm gonna shoot a film, man, about Africa and just being there and showing that it's not what we think over here, man. Because I went last year, and Africa is the bomb, like everybody knows already. That in the entertainment world, they know, they've been there. A lot of people.
Right, exactly. I mean, listen, man, we've been there ourselves. I'm telling you live on the air. If you're gonna shoot a film about Africa, I'm telling you, the rest of the guys in the group, we're telling you, you have the right to use AFRICA, Angola, Soweto, Zimbabwe.
Yeah, that's right.
You got
Listen, I gotta snatch that. That's my promo, baby. I'm going all the way.
You got it. You know what I'm saying? You know, we
look, I'm writing that down. Look. I ain't gonna forget that. How could I not even think of that? Come on, man.
You know, it's a beautiful place. We got the Joy Synagogue when we went out there.
Went to Synagogue?
Yeah, we met the president. We actually performed out there. Spike Lee was with us. We did a big concert out there with Bobby McFerrin and Patti LaBelle. So we, you know, like you said, it's not what people think it is. There are certain places, but you know, that was our experience of going there and learning. So yeah, man, you got to have a great time. You do a film out there, man. Hey, man, we'll be proud that someone do an authentic truth telling on Africa, the story on Africa.
Yeah, man, and that's what we're looking to do. Me and my wife, from our point of view as an entertainer, as business people, and not just, you know, going to perform, but just going to be. And it's gonna be cool, man. It's gonna be cool, and we're gonna do it like, because you know, people just think that Africa is like huts and shit, but it's 5-star, baby.
Yeah,
you be out there 5-star in it. Now we're gonna show them that you can 5-star in Africa.
That's what we learned. When the hotel we stayed, yo, Dane, trust me, man. You know, we learned stuff when we went out there. You know,
that's right.
Being here in the States and being in New York and Brooklyn, with the news report, we thinking like, oh wow, you know, let's go out there. Or we saw Michael Jackson would do things, you know, with the Africa campaign. So when we got the chance to really fly out there and land on the sun, we was like, yo, we were surprised, even though they took us to certain places.
Yeah.
We was out there for 5 days, so we had enough time to kind of learn. I'm gonna tell you something, man. I enjoy you so much. Wait, hold up. I'm not gonna let him go yet. I'm asking this before we go into the next set. Dane, there are people in this room right now saying, yo, ask him. I'm like, come on, Dane is my man. I can ask him anything. You know what I'm saying? It's my dude. He know I'm not gonna disrespect him. I can ask him anything.
You people, what's this?
Hold up. So they're telling me to ask him. They said, Dane, are you doing new music, Dane?
Hey, yeah. You know, I released Nightmares Part 2. You know what I mean?
Oh, you know that, really?
Yeah, called Nightmares Again. It's called Nightmares Again. Nightmares again and again. I gotta send it to you.
Yo, send it to me, Dane, man. What's wrong with you?
I got a video for it. I supposed to shoot the video this year, but I didn't have a chance because I was working on these movies. But I'm gonna do it and I'm gonna read. But it got produced by Kwame. And
yeah. Big up the Kwame too.
Yeah. So then I just got finished doing a song with Thurston Howlett III. And a Young Hump, he just got down with Digital Underground. I did that joint, and then I got a joint with Mellow Man Ace. I'm gonna send you that one too.
Yeah,
Mellow Man Ace joint. I'll send you that joint.
Yeah, well, radio, man. So we you know, with the song that we could play, no doubt, man.
Yeah. And then I got some other songs that I've been doing, but like I said, I've been doing my music more for the movies. You know what I mean? I'm getting them ready so I can put them into the movies more so than trying to figure out a way to get them to be sold in the streaming world. We got
Juanita 73. She's from Chicago. I'm saying saying Cinderella Dana Dane. Yeah, that was one.
Cinderella Dana Dane.
Yeah, no doubt. But listen, man, you got classics that people, and even young kids, man. The one thing that we learned, and I even learned from watching people listen to classic music, man, is that we got a whole new audience that just want to find this stuff. And we learned that there are people in Japan that's like really into the classic hip hop, man. And you're one of them. We're one of them. Kid plays another one, man. They're just learning all over again of the music and what we were doing, man. And
well, that's a blessing, man. You know, you listen to these records that set the groundwork and pave the way from the 60s and the 70s. And you know, even the young people now still gravitate to those because what they say, great music never dies. You know what I mean? As long as you got access to it, you know it's there. It's gonna resonate with somebody because it resonated with somebody at a time. You know
exactly. I mean? So yeah, I know y'all heard that. Show the love from my man Dane. Well, Dane, man, I'm glad that you took this moment, man, to sit and chat with us for a minute. Appreciate my man Dane.
Bobby Simmons, much love, baby. Much love.